You know, patriarchy and misogyny are real. They've been here for generations, shaping families, societies, even the way women see themselves. From pay gaps to gender based violence to double standards in marriage and careers. The evidence is everywhere. So, yes, women are right to speak up. Awareness is power, but here is where I think we need to pause. Because the way we fight matters just as much as the fact that we fight. I have heard some women say things like, no man can ever be trusted, all men are wicked. And they say it with so much passion that at first it almost sounds like wisdom. But let's be real, that's not wisdom. That is pain speaking. And while I don't dismiss the pain behind those words, bitterness is not the same as empowerment. See, when we say no man can ever be trusted, we contradict ourselves. Because in the same breath, some of us admit there are good men. So which is it? If we confuse ourselves, what happens to the young, vulnerable women who are just waking up to these issues? Instead of clarity, they inherit fear. Instead of empowerment, they inherit bitterness. Here is the truth. Not all men are wicked, just like not all women are good. Yes, there are men who abuse power, who perpetuate patriarchy, but there are also men who are learning, unlearning, standing up and being true partners. There are marriages filled with pain, but there are also marriages filled with love, trust, and mutual respect. When we fight patriarchy from anger alone, what we do is build a generation of bitter women, women who will pass down that same bitterness to the next generation. But when we fight from wisdom, from healing, from light, we create something different and beautiful. We create women who know their worth, who build their independence, set healthy boundaries, and still leave room for love, for partnership, for trust. That's balance, that's power. Because patriarchy is real, yes, but the answer is not to build a world where women fear men. The answer is to build a world where women cannot be diminished, where women rise in power, in truth, and in light, and raise a generation that knows the difference between oppression and partnership. That is how we fight. And that is how we can win. And that is how we can have our voices as women.